All right, welcome back to Urban Grind Television. I'm your host, Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business. And tonight's guest is a comedian who is based right here in Chicago. He's bringing the laughs for over a decade. His name is Raghu Adibatla, and he's been making waves on stages across the country with his sharp and saucy comedy. From the hilarious truths of family life, from being a husband, a father, and a son, to the cultural nuances of being an Indian American, he fearlessly turns his real-life experiences into nonstop laughter. You may have seen him on the Dry Comedy Bar special called Not Like the Sauce, or live at iconic clubs like Zanies or the Hollywood Laugh Factory. Please welcome to Urban Grind TV, Raghu Adibatla. Wow. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I got to see you online, man, and I thought, like, your comedy was so dope.
Yeah.
I was a fan. I was like, this guy is different. I remember watching, like, catching you probably like 2 in the morning, like on the TV, going through some shorts, and I'm like, man, I like this guy's style. And then I saw you were in Chicago. I didn't know you were based in Chicago. I thought you were just kind of like coming through, you know, like town to perform.
Yep.
So that's when I hit you up, hit me right back, and welcome.
Thank
you.
We're
here today, man.
Thank you, Wally.
Yes, man. So listen, you've been making people laugh since 2010, right? So now you're 15 years in the game. I want to know what first pushed you to grab the mic and step into the comedy business.
Well, it all started with my name. People made fun of me a lot.
No, you don't say. Why?
I get Raghu. I mean, you know, the first thing I get is, oh, you mean like the sauce?
Right.
You know, like they made a decision in their mind, like, you know, that's right.
Right.
That's correct. As if I'm gonna be like, you know, oh yeah, that is what it is, you know. And
right.
I got a lot of crap in school. I cried a lot about it. You know, I go home, and but then I decided, you know, there's 2 ways to go about this: either cry or turn it, you know, around into like some humor and give it right back, you know. So it's been like that. And then another big influence was Jerry Seinfeld. I'm a big fan of the show.
Yes.
I have an aunt and uncle who love the show as well. And I would see him do the stand-up in between. And this was in high school, right? And I'd be like, oh my God, you know, that'd be cool to do that someday. But it wasn't years later where I actually, was mature enough to actually learn about it, research. So that's when, fast forward to 2010, I did my first open mic, and you know, since then, never stopped. So,
I mean, was it scary getting up in front of strangers?
Oh yeah, it was. But here's the funny thing, though. A lot of people will say, like, they'll do an open mic.
Yeah.
And the first time they'll always be like, oh my God, I got a ton of laughs, and then, you know, but it's after that mic where reality, you know, seeps in, and all of a sudden you're just like really learning what it's like to go through the grind. So
who did you practice your jokes on? Did you practice with anybody before you went and did this open mic?
Not really.
Really?
So I was I got married in 2007. I started comedy in 3 years later, and I would sometimes run some stuff by my wife, and she's really good. She's a very good critic. Like, if I can make her laugh, it's good.
Tough critic,
but
right?
And I don't always run material, so the best place that I've found is in the shower.
Okay.
It's been a thing every morning. Like, I take a shower, I start running some jokes.
Do you make yourself laugh? You got to make yourself laugh?
I can't, and it's hard to, you just kind of think, okay, this might be funny, you know? And, but then I researched more about joke writing and stuff and how it works, and looked at other comedians, and kind of developed a form. So it took a few years, but, you know,
I'm
still learning.
How much research you can do. It's got to take a lot of nerve to say, I'm going to go up in front of these strangers and, like, make them laugh.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of nerves. I mean, it took me about a good 5 to 6 years to actually kick the stage fright. I mean, there were times I froze on stage. I froze on the Zany stage. I was doing an audition. I froze for an entire minute. That was the longest minute of my life.
What were you thinking about? Was there anything that was coming to your mind?
I was thinking, when am I going to talk again? Like, I don't have much time. It was like a 6-minute set. I took a whole minute. I just froze. And then finally I kicked back in and, you know, got a laugh on that last joke. And then it was, ever since then, I decided, that's not gonna happen again. So
see, that's the thing. You really gotta want it. Like that's almost the equivalent of being like a boxer, right?
Yeah.
And you get knocked down and you gotta get back up and go through it, man. That's amazing. A lot of your material, and this is what attracted me really to bringing you into the show, is it comes from your real life. This is what I thought was funny. I always thought that the most funny stuff was the true things, right?
Yeah.
And you talk a lot about being a husband, about being a dad, and being an Indian American.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how do you take those everyday experiences that you're having in real life, and how do you flip them into something that is funny and something that's going to connect with people?
Right, definitely. So I do draw from my life, and there are instances like situations where I'll just talk to my kids or my wife or even friends. Like I'll be interacting, and a lot of our friends have kids too, and things will come up. Like a lot of my material comes up in conversation. So like, I'll just talk about stuff, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, this might be a good premise, So I'm drawing from situations, but then I have to add a little bit of a flair to it where I need to get that punchline, So yeah.
Do you ever knock out, because I know I get ideas, and we got our phone and stuff, but do you ever like wake up out of sleep and like, I gotta write this joke down? Like, I just thought of something funny. Does that happen in comedy or no?
I wish, man. I have sleep apnea, so when I wake up, it's not pretty.
Okay.
I don't, but no, there are times where I will just like, it's like a light bulb goes off. Like there'll be a premise I talk about, anything, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh my God, that'd be a great punchline,
Man, so you told us about one of the experiences at Zanies. Did you ever get to go back and perform again after that, or?
Yeah, I do a lot of those smaller showcases, every now and then. I'm still chasing the dream of doing a weekend, at Zanies or Laugh Factory. I did get an opportunity to do a headlining show at Laugh Factory, so I did a half hour. That was really great. That was awesome that I got that experience, up there. So yeah, every now and then I get some pretty big opportunities. Yeah.
So how, like, tell me about Caroline's on Broadway at the New York comedy spot. A lot of these guys, I've been out there. I don't remember the name of the spot, but was it really tight? Was it a really smaller club, or was it a good sized club? So
Caroline's is a legendary club. It's been open for over 40 years, but just about maybe a year or so ago, I'm not sure exactly when, they had to close their doors. So it was a very big moment for New York City, because that's one of those clubs that after a while they renovated, and it's a big space. It's a really big space.
So it was a bigger space.
Right when you walk in, your stomach drops. Like it's just like, it's one of those things, because it's a name that's pretty big in New York. So
that's amazing. At least you got to you got to perform there before the place was gone. So now you're special. Yeah. Not like the sauce. Talk to me about the name, man. Where'd you come up with that?
I mean, I've been telling that to people all my life. It's not like the sauce, right?
Oh, it comes from Raghu.
Yeah, exactly. So people, be like, what's your name? Raghu. Oh, you mean like the sauce? I'd be like, no, I'm Indian. If my parents were gonna name me after a sauce, it'd be curry.
Yo, but you know what though? I would have flipped that whole thing. Listen, if my name was Raghu, I'd be like, I got the sauce.
Yeah, there you go.
I got the sauce, man. That's why they call me Raghu. I got the sauce.
That's right.
Man, it's not too late. You can tell the wife that tonight when you get home.
I will.
Tell her you got the sauce.
She'll be like, great, now do the dishes.
So the special, it's streaming on the Dry Comedy.
It's called Dry Bar Comedy.
Dry Bar Comedy.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you had to prepare for the special and stuff? What was the preparation like? And how do you decide like what stays and what doesn't?
So the thing about Dry Bar, it's called Dry Bar because it's in Utah. So it's a Mormon community. So they don't, they don't drink. They don't talk about a lot of the comedy that you see out there. So it has to be absolutely clean.
This is harder.
Yeah,
no?
I'm a clean comic, and I had to cut out some jokes. So it like, you can't say, oh my God, like you can't say that. You can't even say that. So you just, so it took a while to hack away at what I was going to do. And so finally I landed on a set, and and it's pretty much, you got cameras in your face right away. There's no, warm up, nothing. You just get out there and you do like, up to a half hour, like 25 minutes to a half hour set. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard because if you're improvising and you just kind of go into stuff to not say, oh my God, or something like that. John, cancel all our Utah dates. That's it. All right, we're not going to Utah. They can stream us though on the app.
It's still a fun place.
How long did the process take to do the special?
They shot 2 sets in one night.
Okay.
So that way you can kind of blend together what works, what doesn't when the final production comes out.
Did you get to be part of the post-production, or did you get to see a peek before like the final?
Yeah, they send you a teaser, and you also get to kind of tell them like, hey, I didn't like for instance, in mine, I didn't like the intro, how I came out on stage for one of the sets.
Okay.
So I said use how I came out on stage on the other set.
So that's great. You had some creative input.
So they kind of blended together,
No, that's amazing, man. So look, Raghu is just getting started. He's just getting warmed up with us here on Urban Grind TV. I want you guys to stick around. We got more laughs coming and more insight right after this short break. It's your guy, Wally, a.k.a. Mr. Music is My Business, and you're watching Urban Grind TV.
Step onto the stage at Urban Grind Studios, featuring a professional TV set with a full stage, dynamic lighting, and top-tier production capabilities. Whether you're filming a show, recording content, or creating high-quality visuals, we've got the setup to bring your vision to life. We also offer a state-of-the-art podcast studio with a Rodcaster Pro, professional mics, and in-studio monitors for flawless sound. Need crystal-clear wireless audio? Our professional-grade Saramonic wireless audio system with 4 microphones ensures top-quality sound for any production. Our photography studio is perfect for headshots, brand shoots, and content creation with premium lighting and backdrops. Need to record music or voiceovers? Our on-site recording studio is available for high-quality productions. Expand your reach with podcast distribution, TV and radio packages, and exclusive content placement services. And we keep it comfortable, with a fridge stocked for guests, easy parking, and a designated smoking area. Book your session today. Call 1-888-380-1913 or visit urbangrindtv.com.
Hey, SMG. Zello. Hey, yo, Rio, súbela ahí. I just need some diamonds around my neck. I just need a bitch to suck it good and count the check. I don't need the backboard, I just need the net. I just need a crib for my OG without the rest. I'm smoking this OG right out of Zah, I smoke the rest. And we ain't beefing about a bitch and figure how we make a mess. I got a couple shooters, I'm not stating they the best, but Brody knocked them off when he let shots about to take. I just need a pound, I heard duty on the road. I just hit this lick, I'm trying to get up on the scope. I just need the game, I need the cheat, I need the code. I don't need attention from no dirty asshole. I heard she tryna get icy, I can get pricey, you cannot buy me. I walk in this bitch is invited, you can supply me, I fuck up a tight beat. I'm cooking this shit like I'm brewing, I'm putting the stew in and she wanna try me. They watching the shit that I'm doing, I got an influence, but they do not like me. I'm hitting her shit from the back, if she got a check, then she in a wreck. She tryna say that I'm the best, don't feel like the rest, I'm choking her neck. I told her I'd rather get money, don't think like a dummy, like I'm at a desk. My niggas ain't doing no running, they keeping they coming, the chopper got flex. I just need some diamonds around my neck. I just need a bitch to suck it good and count the check. I don't need the backboard, I just need the net. I just need a crib for my OG without the rest. I'm smoking this OG right out of Zah, I smoke the rest. And we ain't beefing about a bitch and figure how we make a mess. I got a couple shooters, I'm not stating they the best, but Brody knocked them off when he let shots about to take.
We gonna move, we gonna let him go.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com. All right. Welcome back to Urban Grind Television. I'm your host today, Wally, aka Mr. Music, and TV is my business. And we're here with our guest today, comedian extraordinaire, Raghu Adibatla, man. What's happening, Rag? Welcome back, man.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So a short break. So I want to get back into what you do, man. You've told us some amazing stories. I like how your start in the comedy was very natural. It's very organic, right? So you're taking something that was like a pain, right? Your name, people like messing with you, and you flipped it into a career. So who's laughing now?
Yes,
right?
That's right.
You know, you could have been anything else, but this is something. Do you think a lot of comedians deal with things like that where they want to make people laugh?
Yeah. Most all comedians are drawing from a place that personal to them, like any kind of, you know, how they were brought up, or, you know, the best kind of humor is self-deprecated. So anything you're going through, you got comedians out there with disabilities, you know, I know one comic who's got cerebral palsy, and the dude's so funny and he also talks about it. I know another comic that got into a car accident a long time ago. He basically like flung through the windshield and is, you know, had a brain kind of injury. So, but I mean, one of the best writers. He was really good. And so people take whatever situation they got going.
So it's
they
usually
turn it into humor.
A painful situation.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
literally.
not like a bright situation, right?
Yeah, and they, you know, and they turn it into, you know, they use it, and it works great. So really, whatever background, you know, people are going through, I think humor heals everybody, right? So it's a good thing.
You know what's crazy about that, and it's pretty amazing, is that even though when you're in pain and you feel something, you're doing the most selfless thing is you're trying to make other people laugh so they don't feel a pain, that even if it's not yours.
Exactly.
It's really a selfless thing, and comedy is beautiful in that way. It's got to be one of the original forms of entertainment, right? Because there's no music. It's like, make me laugh.
Exactly. You're basically drawing an emotion from a group full of strangers.
And you do, right? You draw off the energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You ever walk in a place like, this is going to be a tough night?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Many tough nights. I remember Tuesday night at a bar where there's 3 old guys watching a Cubs game, and maybe I think the bartender might be listening, and and then the 3 other comics on the show. But you got to do it. It's the grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you treat it like you're at Madison Square Gardens. It's like, this is the show right here. I'm gonna put my 100%. I don't care where I am.
You know what's crazy is I always talk to artists about stuff like that. And even if you travel, let's say you travel to Austin or South by Southwest, or you're going somewhere and you don't have a big outlet. Let's say there is 7 people out in the crowd. The crazy part is you thinking quantity, but you're not thinking of the quality.
Yeah.
You don't know is 2 of those people out in that crowd may have the ability to connect either personally or connect you with the people that may change your life.
That's
why,
right.
Isn't that true?
That's so right. Like, one of the things is, you know, like comedy competitions, they tend to shake some comics up, especially newer comics. But the thing is, so if all the judges didn't vote for you, maybe 2 of them did. You never know who those 2 judges are. You know what I'm saying? Where they're coming from. So that's right. You don't know who's in the audience. Could be 10 people. But it's important just to put in your 100% no matter what, you know? I always like to say when I get up there and I see only like 5, 6 people, I just say, hey, we can all share one Uber.
Get it right home? We get it right home?
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
That is crazy. Now, comedy often, as we mentioned, it involves pushing through challenges, right?
Yeah.
So can you talk to us about, maybe you already said it with Zanies, but what has been one of the toughest moments that you've had on stage? And talk to us, because I want the people at home to know, how did you turn that around? Yeah.
So one of the things that you got to learn is it's not, you know, most of the time, it's not always going to be the audience. You can't always say, oh my God, that was a bad audience, you know? But there's ways to turn things around, you know? Like, and I'm still learning, like, the toughest thing is when you don't get a laugh. Like, you really, you know, you have this joke and it might have worked in a few places, and then one place, it just doesn't work. So what comedians will do is they'll have something, you know, based off of what just happened. and some sort of a line, and they try to bring the audience back. It's a tough thing to bring, an audience back, but the one thing you got to remember is just push through, and always have a bank of jokes coming.
Are you like
just bring it back up?
Are you one of those comedians, like if you get stuck, do you ever like roast people in the crowd, like pick on some of the people that are in the audience?
I'm not much of a crowd comic. Okay. I mean, I do sometimes ask people something, like couples and stuff, because it'll lead into what I'm gonna do. But there are comics, their whole thing is based on crowd, like Matt Rife, kind of comic. I would never be able to do, because one of the things you have to learn is if you're gonna talk to somebody, it better go somewhere, because otherwise they're gonna own you. And that's the worst thing, is if an audience member owns you. Because you have the mic, you're on the stage,
right,
you need to own your space.
Your own show.
But if they start being funnier or they start cracking at you, you got to figure something out fast. That's why I don't. I'm trying to learn that art, but it's an art to it.
I think I would do good with roasting people, but I have a bad habit of going too far, so they want to see me after the show, and I would have all kind of problems. I think I'd make people laugh, but I would make enemies. No comedy. So you joke a lot about culture and about family.
Yeah.
I want to know, how does your family react when they hear that, you're part of the set tonight, Mom? A dad, how do they love it, or they ever catch any feelings? So they ever get mad at you?
They don't mind at all.
Okay.
They're big supporters. My wife is hilarious. She knows. I mean, she's seen me perform many times, and I'm like, and like I said, they'll take situations, and and then I'll add, I'll flare it up a little bit, to just kind of go away from the truth a little bit. So
did you ever
make it funny?
Did you ever cook her, tease her about something to make her do something for you?
No, she's really good. She gets me. She gets me right back.
She's gonna get you.
She's good.
She's gonna get you when you get home. That's why.
She's really good at the comebacks.
Now, Chicago is such a city with a rich comedy scene. It's legendary. Places like Second City, Zanies, and we've had so many big comedians that have come out of the city.
Yeah.
How has being a Chicago-based comedian shaped your style and your grind?
Well, I mean, Chicago's always been a breeding ground for comics. Like the first cast of SNL, they were all pretty much from Chicago. They all learned from Second City.
Yep.
So Chicago is a place where, we have a great scene, and but a lot of people tend to really grow their career, and then they start either you want to write, they move to LA. You want to do hardcore stand-up, you move to New York, but you see people moving. But I'm a big defender of Chicago, because you got to I'm based in Chicago. I'm not gonna move anywhere. If I'm still doing, if I'm doing big shows, there's Zanies, everywhere. There's Laugh Factory.
You could do arenas.
You could do, I travel to do shows, but I'm proud to say I'm from Chicago. I'm a Chicago comic. I'm based here, and I love going to other cities. But yeah, I definitely learned a lot here. So that aspect is there. You definitely can learn. If you go to New York, it's really hard to start comedy, because New York, that's where, it's the legendary comedians that you see now.
It's
They're
faster
up and down.
paced,
They'll come
right?
in, they'll bump you.
It's more cutthroat.
Every
It's
block. It's like a
fast-paced.
Starbucks there. Every block there's a show going on. So it's a big scene.
Very competitive.
So that's why I like Chicago. It's very it's a good community that helps you out a lot.
We're very proud to be based right here in Chicago.
Yes, we are.
Urban Grind TV is a Chicago show. We've been based right here in the city for 16 years, going on 31 seasons this week. So yeah, I'm glad you stood here with us. I think we are second to nobody, and I think we built an amazing entertainment scene right here in Chicago, and you're right here at the heart of it, man. So we're very proud to have you. Now,
thanks.
What has been your proudest moment so far since you've been doing comedy?
So I did get booked for my first weekend headlining gig. It's a comedy club called Comedy Plex. It's a newer club. It's in Oak Park.
Okay.
And they treat you well. It was the first time my face was outside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they treat you well. You headline there, like you're and then people walk, because it's in a prime area, it's in a nice area, a lot of bars, restaurants, so you get foot traffic. And one of my biggest worries was nobody's gonna know me or people are gonna come. But I had a good show, good audience. But I think that was a big moment. Another one was being on the Hollywood Laugh Factory stage. I got to do a spot there. And then of course the Dry Bar special is a big moment to get that out there. So
I definitely sounds like one. So if there's anybody out there that's looking to book you, they want to check out the special, where can they find you at?
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram at RRA Comic. Of course on Facebook, Raghu Adibatla. I could spell that out, but how much time we got?
We got time, brother. We got time.
RAGHU ADIBHATLA. And those are the two. I'm trying to get used to TikTok, but I generally put stuff out on there of upcoming shows and all. So,
you know what? I got one more question for you.
Yeah, sure.
I want to know, how do you go about staying authentic and true to yourself and who you are, versus the pressures of wanting to get in more bookings and to break into other parts? Yeah.
So one of the things I just kind of just stay on my path and just not worry about, how much I'm going to get paid or where I'm going to, because the thing is, a lot of people can get caught up with where they want to end up. But so then they tend to forget how you get there. I think the journey matters. I think every moment, I just try to do the best I can because I'm passionate about writing material and doing the jokes. So if I can just stay on my path, because the thing is, when I started, I was married, right? And then my daughter was born 2 years later, and it kind of slowed things down a little bit. And people would always say, hey, you got to hit the stage every night, what do you want me to get divorced? It doesn't work. I got to take my own path. So when I started comedy, I decided my path is going to be different, than others.
Right.
And as long as I stick to what I'm passionate about, and I stick to my path and my journey, and not worry about other things, kind of sway me, then, I'm good. And, things will happen,
So there's no traffic when you're in your own lane.
Yeah,
man.
Definitely.
Right?
I like that.
It's true.
Yeah,
man.
That's right.
I definitely want to say, Raghu, you definitely got the sauce, my brother.
Thanks,
and you're
man.
a rising star and definitely a big name in comedy. And I can't wait to see you headlining the Wintrust and all the big places. Make sure you get us on the media list.
Oh, of course.
And don't forget about Urban Grind, man.
Front row. Actually, backstage.
Backstage, we're coming through and rocking with you, man. It's been having a blast, and we're not done yet, because when we come back, Raghu Adibatla is going to be hitting the Urban Grind TV stage for a live comedy performance. Don't go nowhere. You're watching Urban Grind TV.
Yo, what's the word? It's SMG Zello, aka Thought Boy Zello, the Talk a Lot artist, man. In the beginning, it was hard for me to get exclusives and to get promo for my music. But guess what? UGTV has that, man. Call the number below and they will help you out, man. It was the best thing I did for myself.
All right, what's up, Urban Grind? My name is Raghu, and I hope my teenage daughter doesn't become preggo. That's how that works, guys. People always ask me, what's your name? I say Raghu. They say, oh, you mean like the sauce? No, I don't, right? I'm Indian, my parents are Indian. I was born in India. If they wanted to name me after a sauce, my name would be curry, That's how it is. But, I should do that when I meet people, right? What's your name? John. Oh, you mean like the toilet? Just give it right back, right? Am I right? I'm married, married 18 years. I met my wife online. You know, I flew to India. 2 days later, we got married. It was Amazon Prime. It's where I met her, you know. She's pretty cool, right? The other day, she asked me, can you take me to that place where they make the food in front of you? She likes those kind of places, you know, and I'm a gentleman. I said, sure. So I took her to our kitchen. And I told her to make me some food, and it didn't go well. Got into an argument, you know, and it's tough to argue with women, you know, especially when they're Indian. Because arguing with an Indian woman is like talking to a service representative on the phone. All conversations are being recorded internally for training and quality purposes, guys. So I'm Indian, grew up, you know, growing up, my parents, my very Indian parents, they took me to a lot of dinner parties every weekend, right? But here's the great thing about going to an Indian dinner party is there's a good chance you could walk out with a free health checkup and a diagnosis. Like I went to this dinner party, guys, and I'm sitting there, and this guy across the room, it just this old man, I don't even know him, just all of a sudden like, hey, Raghu, can you poke your foot for me? Poke my foot? Like, what kind of a party am I invited to? I mean, seriously, poke my foot. I came out of there with a diagnosis for arthritis and maybe cancer, and I stayed overnight, so now I have sleep apnea too. So, you know, it's an advantage, these dinner parties, you know what I'm saying? My parents moved here recently, and I helped them move, and here's the thing about parents as they get older, right? My parents are hilarious. You know they're getting older when they're asking you for advice, and then they yell at you for telling them what to do. Like, you just told me what I need to do. Like, I go to this room, right, and he's got stuff everywhere, my dad, and he's like, hey, well, what should I do? I said, I don't know, just take the stuff you don't need, put them in one, you know, kind of trash it. The other stuff you're gonna save. He yelled at me, said, you don't know what you're talking about, get out of here. But my kids are cool. I have 2 kids. I have an 8-year-old and an almost teenager. Got a teenage girl. You know, but as a dad, I try to do what I can, right? Moms are the best. But as a dad, I try. But, you know, sometimes they don't like what I'm doing, and they scream for mommy, which in kid language means, I'd like to speak to the manager. We're like, right now, Dad, I don't like your service, you know? My wife is cool. She, you know, we tried to spice things up, you know, kind of have fun, and she bought a board game. It was actually like, you got to pick what's on the card, right? The first card said, stare into your spouse's eyes for 3 minutes. That's a long-ass time. 3 minutes. You can cook 3 Hot Pockets in that time. And then the next card said, tell something to your spouse that you've never told her before. No. That's stuff you keep in your head. I mean, seriously, what am I gonna say? Hey, I like to take my kid to all the school meetings because I think his teacher's hot. Like, which is true. I wish I looked like him, you know? I like to watch a lot of movies, you know? I think Indians need more roles in movies, you know? I think we're always playing the same role. You know, cab driver, convenience store owner. I think we need an Indian James Bond, guys. Wouldn't that be great? He'd be riding around in his shiny, hot, souped-up Camry. He'd be Agent 00711. His next movie would be Dr. No. He'd go around saying his name. My name is Bond. Dr. James Bond. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Urban Grind. Hey, guys. My name is Raghu Adibatla. I'm a comedian in Chicago, and you're watching Urban Grind TV.
Attention artists, producers, and record labels. Are you ready to elevate your music career? Urban Grind TV will get your music video on BET Jams. That's right, guaranteed airplay for your music video on BET Jams. You'll receive a minimum of 6 to 12 plays gaining you massive exposure to fans and industry insiders. Just contact Urban Grind TV and we take care of everything. The professional video preparation, the closed captioning, the submission, and the music video placement with the results guaranteed. Just contact Urban Grind TV, send us your file via WeTransfer, complete the payment securely on our website, urbangrindtv.com, and we handle the rest. All you need to do is call 888-380-1913 and visit urbangrindtv.com to get started today. Urban Grind TV, where your music meets the spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
This is where it starts, baby. Yeah, yeah. I was hanging in the club late one night when my eyes beheld a beautiful sight. Sipping on tequila from a bedazzled glass was a sexy hood monster with a magnificent ass.
It's only smash.
And so we monster smashed.
Oh, yes, they smash.
She had a big old
He
ass.
loves to smash.
I hit it from the back.
He tapped that ass.
I tapped that monster smash. Went to Dracula's party the very next day. I love Dracula but think he might be gay. But his sister Vampirella with the smile she flashed let me know all she wanted was to monster smash.
And then they smash.
And then we monster
Hit it
smash.
from the back.
Her teeth were in her
He
glass.
loves to smash.
I let her ride my
Did
mustache.
you get a rash?
No, we just monster smashed. I was helping Wolf Girl shave her back when I got down low and started to see her crack. At the sight of which my little monster started to rise, and Wolf Girl took the hint and spread her hairy thighs.
And so they smash.
Of course we monster
They
smashed.
must have smashed.
Her tail tickled my ass.
Her hairy ass.
It made me come too fast.
It didn't last.
A quickie monster smash. I was horny, so I tried online dating one night. Went to Farmers Only Christian Mingle and some porno sites. We agreed to meet on Sunday afternoon. She turned out to be the creature from the Black Lagoon.
But he still smash.
Oh, I still monster
Of
smash.
course he smash.
Tore up that ratchet ass.
Like in the past.
She won't remember my ass.
He wore a mask.
A real monster mash. Now I monster smash everything that I can. I had a monster smash threesome with the Invisible Man. We woke Dracula up. He shook his fist and said, "What are you doing to my little sister
She
Tiff?"
let them smash.
She let us monster
A
smash.
triple smash.
The threesome was a
You
blast.
licked her ass.
Of course I did that
Did
trash.
she pass gas?
That smelly monster gas.
When the grind never quits, power up with Volt Energy Drink. Feel the surge of natural guarana caffeine and cane sugar that kicks your hustle into overdrive. From early morning brainstorms to intense workouts, Volt keeps your focus razor sharp and your energy unstoppable. Choose from Yellow Energy Guarana flavor, Blue Energy Blueberry, and Dark Energy Berries flavor, each one packed with clean energy. No jitters, no crash, just sustained power to help you own every moment. Volt Energy Drink, ignite the charge, fuel the grind. Whether you're hustling at the desk, hitting the gym, or chasing your next big idea, Volt has your back. Volt Energy Drink, drink up and follow at Volt Energy USA. Available now at Pete's Market, Rio Valley Market, Farmers Best Market, Fiesta Market, and Oak Farms Market.
What's happening? It's your guy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business, and you are locked into Urban Grind Radio, the voice of the people and the pulse of the culture. And today we're highlighting someone who's not just changing lives, she's rebuilding the way we heal.
She's a warrior, a creator, and a visionary behind Bloomology, and an organization that empowers survivors through creativity, community, and raw truth. Her story is real, and her mission is even bigger.
Please welcome to the show, Tiffany, Jasmine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, and let's get into it. Before we talk about Bloomology, let's talk about you. You've survived trauma, homelessness, and moments that most people would not believe. What gave you the strength to keep going?
The kids, all day, every day, all three of them.
3 kids.
Yep.
And so the kids were, and these are probably little kids too, right?
Yeah, they're 12, 8, and 7.
See, and that's the thing with people, if you don't have kids that you don't understand, you have people, little people that depend on you, right?
Depend on you. Their lives are literally in your hands.
And you gotta make it happen, and it doesn't have to be pretty, but if you make it happen, then they're gonna believe that one day they can make it happen.
Yep, that's the dream.
So, you always say you're not just one thing, you're many. What is the idea of living undefined so important to you, especially for survivors?
I think the biggest thing right now is just that, I was so many things, but I was so many things in the shadow. And now I'm trying to kind of bring it to light, but it was just like I was a liar, I was a coward, but I was just trying to survive. Many different things, a survivor of abuse, survivor of homelessness, just all these things, and I didn't like the title, so I just want to make my own.
Okay.
Let's talk about the birth of Bloomology. When did this vision become real for you? And how did your healing journey shape the way you built this?
The healing journey was definitely up and down. But this
Well, it's
came
in process, right?
Yeah, definitely. But it definitely came from Grandma. R.I.P. passed away a little bit over a year ago. It started as Jasmine's Botanic Bars. It was kind of like a flower rental business for parties, just to kind of commemorate my grandma and kind of commemorate blooming into something else with the flowers. And it kind of just went in and out. I had a bunch of different projects going on, but it's still growing now.
Okay.
And now it's Bloomology.
How old is it?
If it goes back way to the day, it's probably like 5 years.
Okay.
Just in and out.
That's when you birthed the idea, right? The concept?
Yeah.
Okay. So, a lot of organizations focus on trauma, but Bloomology focuses on transformation. How does creativity through painting, writing, movement help people break cycles and feel free?
I definitely feel like with art and just being creative in general, just to be creative is to be courageous. You're putting yourself out there. People ask, why are you doing that? Because I want to. And you own that damn thing.
Exactly.
So a little bit of that,
We heard you were once hit by a car. You gave birth in a car. That's really a powerful and personal story, yet you still show up for other people every day. What does resilience mean to you?
Resilience to me is just keep getting up. I sometimes felt like I was an imposter with the word hope. People tell you all the time, oh, you're so strong, you've been through so much, you kept getting up. But I felt like I didn't have a choice. I have to get up. Those kids are going to wake up every day and they're going to need me every single day. But resilience, it just fuels you to keep going and just you got to keep going.
I can't jump over to birth in a car now. I got to go back to it because if not, the people are going to get me later. Were you run on the way to the hospital, or this was no? Was it intentional or one of those have to do it things or?
Not at first. So I have 3 kids. The last one, my daughter, was where I gave birth in the car. My first 2 boys, all my births are different. My first one, I thought I was peeing. I ruptured my water. My second one, we had to force him out. He didn't want to leave mama. Then I never had that, that movie moment where the water broke. I'm at home. I thought I was constipated. I thought I'd take a poop. I was in pain. I didn't know I was in labor. And then next thing you know, that movie moment everywhere. And I live 30 minutes from the hospital.
Oh, wow.
I have all my kids home. I didn't have any kind of plan. So we all kind of rushed in the car. My 2 boys, there were, I believe, 2 and 1 at the time, in the back seat witnessing everything. And I'm screaming in the most excruciating pain I've ever been. And we're halfway there. We're on the highway. And I'm like, I can feel her head in my pants. there's just no going back now. She's coming out. She got to come out.
Oh man.
So he just kind of like Mufasa'd her out from. Take this baby out, you know. And there she was.
Oh,
Did you
man.
freak the Uber driver out? That's what I want to know.
Oh.
At the time, it was actually my boyfriend at the time who was driving.
Okay.
And get this, so I'm here screaming, obviously birthing this entire time. And you know, I pull her out, we're all Gucci, and I'm sitting here like shaking from the pain. He takes out his phone. Everyone say hi to Layla.
He's on live?
Bro, you can't do that when I was pulling her out with the real action.
No. So, was this his first kid?
It was his second.
Okay, so either way, it's scary. But I'm just thinking if it's his first one, that's wild business.
Man, that's insane. I couldn't even imagine even being a part of that.
I'm scared for her.
Man, man, I couldn't even. Hey.
It's not far from here either. It's
Oh,
on 290.
man.
We
See?
drive by Woodfield all the time. Like, hey, look, that's where she came.
So
up.
you tell her this is where you were born.
That's where you like killed me.
right on the expressway, huh?
Yep.
Oh man, so let's dive into the programs. You got expressive writing labs, healing circles, peer membership, and full resource hub. How do all these pieces come together to support someone who's in survival mode?
Just that right there, survival mode, is so many things. You can be at so many points of your life, but it's never good to do it alone. So I like having the resource hub of having different things that kind of aid people in their survivor journey. Some people may need to know how to defend themselves. We'll do self-defense classes. Some people might want to do gun safety, don't learn how to protect their kids and their family and themselves. So we have things with USCCA coming up. The writing labs, it's just, there's always so much stuff just stuck inside of you when you're going through that. And it's best to get it out and get yourself out and just breathe and live through it. You know, there's so many unhealthy coping mechanisms these days. And it's either, you know, you cope or you hope. So we're trying to go with hope now and just have a lot of different fun things planned for people.
I like that you cope or you hope.
Cope or you hope.
Now, you're doing this work in Chicago, which is a big city. You got boots on the ground. The services that you make available through your Bloomology office, she's got an office in Chicago. How do people tap in with you locally? How do they find you?
They can find me on Instagram. You can do bloomology.org on Instagram or Facebook. I have my number there. You can reach out to me for anything related to the business, or even if you need help. Like, this is my big mission here. It's just, I want to help people. So whether it's the services I have listed or something else, I don't want anyone to feel afraid to reach out to me, and that's what I'm here for.
What about a website?
Oh yeah, while the guy's doing his damn thing, got me a website set up. Bloomology.org.
Okay, bloomology.org is your website. They can contact you, they can donate, they can become part of the community on there. All right, look, at my producer's telling me we've got to take a quick break. Don't go nowhere. When we come back, we got more with Tiffany, Jasmine. We got This Week in Hip Hop and more music coming up. It's your guy, Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business, and you're listening to Urban Grind Radio.
Are you an artist, model, or entertainer? Do you need help with bookings, castings, or even engagement on your platforms? Hit up Urban Grind TV today and let them get you right.
What's going on? It's your boy, Wally, aka Mr. Music Is My Business. And I'm here to tell you about the Music Royalty Registration Program. That's right, you can monetize your music and secure your rights with the 14 to 16 essential registrations to protect and maximize your earnings. But why choose this program? Great question. How about getting paid for every stream, download, or play? Save time and effort with expert guidance. Ensure proper credit and ownership. And there's also those music licensing opportunities. For more information, visit urbangrindtv.com or call us at 888-380-1913. Hit the line up and get your grind up.
Welcome back. It's Urban Grind Radio with me, your boy Wally. This is Sinister the Entertainer, aka Sinister CEO, the big one, not the little one. We're here with Tiffany, Jasmine, man, we've been having a great conversation so far, right?
Yeah, she got a lot going on, man.
Got a lot going on.
Amazing, powerful
amazing
story.
thing. Come on, man.
That 23 years in the business, I've never heard.
Man,
so,
boy, having babies in the cars and getting him back cars. That's a lot to take in.
Wow.
Man, so and beyond Chicago, you're building a community online too. What does it mean to create a safe space both virtually and in person?
I'd definitely say like safe space is definitely kind of gonna go down to, you know, the truth. And I just feel like I've had like this story for a long time and I've never been comfortable or able to live in my truth. And I think now it's time. And I hope living in my truth kind of invites other people to do so as well. And then that's where we kind of build the community and we'll have our little fun things that we do along the way.
Okay.
So speaking of fun things, you host these monthly open mics and you have things called healing retreats. Let us know at home, the people, what is a healing retreat?
So healing retreat, we definitely want to get down to whatever is definitely hurting in the roots, and we kind of just go off of that. But I know it's really hard to sometimes face some of the things that we don't want to look at, but that's where we'll kind of use the creative outlets. Like, okay, you don't want to talk about it, maybe we can write about it, or maybe we can draw about it, color about it. We'll find something, just find some way to make it easier for everyone, more doable.
Is that something similar that I've heard people say, like doing shadow work?
Oh, definitely.
And shadow work, I mean, I don't know the real definition, but the way I felt it was like facing the things that you avoid most in your life, the hard stuff, right? And because we tuck a lot of things away, right? And because there's so many other ways that we can distract or numb ourselves.
For
right?
sure. There's so many distractions out there and there's like so many different ways to cope. I'm trying to go for leading and guiding a more healthy way to go at it. But shadow work definitely is a really big thing. One of the things I'm excited about is doing like vision board journal covers, and then behind the cover, that's where you kind of do the work yourself. And there's a lot of things that people don't talk about or know about. Like I'm still learning it myself these days. But with the shadow work, like sometimes you think that, you know, you're hurting from this or you need this, but really it's like, no, you just have attachment styles that are different compared to the people that you're working with. Sometimes it's inner wounds. A lot of times it's childhood wounds. So it's just a lot of things to kind of uncover before you can really, you know, go through the healing phase, which is never linear. It's up and down. But
I'm glad you say that. It is, right? It is. It's up, it's down. It's a process. So if you're at home, you're listening, you're working on yourself, it's okay if you have a bad day. It's okay if you like take a step back. The point is to keep moving forward.
Exactly.
And I'm really glad. We really need people like Tiffany, Jasmine out here to not just stand up and say, hey, this is my story, and not do it from a standpoint of power and not of a victim, and not only empowering herself, but empowering other people. So what happens at these events? You were kind of telling us a little bit about it. Have they become part of the wellness movement that you're leading? Like, and how long have you been doing these?
I've done a little bit here and there. I would like to kind of collab with the Wings Domestic Violence Program, the Fellowship Housing Program for single homeless moms, and I also kind of like to go into the community where other people need help. We'll do parties and events too, different like structures where people can get together and just have a conversation about things, and that's really what's going to open all of this up to open up this path to wellness. There's this quote I like, which like, if you look at the word illness, it starts with an I. If you take out the I and put we, it's wellness. So we're all kind of coming together.
Dropping game.
Jim.
I think she raps.
It sounds like I'm gonna have to sign her.
Right.
So Tiffany, for anyone listening who's struggling, who feels unseen or ready to give back, what's the message for them right now? And how can they support, donate, or volunteer with Bloomology?
Message is it's time. You're not alone. We can all do this together. And there's just so many fun things we've got in store that you can go ahead and get on board. We'll have donation setups available if you want to get with the program. The donations will go towards helping fund domestic violence survivors and the homeless women and children in programs like fellowship housing. But a lot of different things will go towards a good cause.
Now, you plugged two organizations. Can you tell us briefly about them again?
Yeah. So the Wings Domestic Violence Program is a program of beautiful, graceful people who go out in the medical fields and they will scope out different people and try to use training to find out who needs help. Because domestic violence, it's never, front forward. Sometimes you have no idea what's going on behind the curtains. So they are out there trying to help people. They actually found me, and this is where this whole journey started for me. I was in the hospital for postpartum depression, and my daughter was like 1. The doctor was about to misdiagnose me for bipolar, but then one of the Wings counselors found me, and she's like, no, actually, you're being abused. So they go out there, help people. They have things like shelters, what do you call it? The pantries, just so many different resources to help people. And Fellowship Housing is another beautiful program, so it's filled with many beautiful people who help mothers and children who either are already homeless or on the brink of homeless. It's a process that we go through. They teach you budgeting. They teach you different things that you need to adapt to a life alone from whatever you're escaping from. Just a lot of different resources and a great mission for both of them.
Sounds like you're treating the whole person, right? Not just the mental, the spiritual, the physical, and teaching you life skills. Those are, shout out to those organizations, man.
Big shout out.
This is really incredible, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about turning pain into power and creating something that heals everyone that it touches.
So, Tiffany, Jasmine, we appreciate your presence and your purpose. Family, make sure y'all all visit bluemology.org and follow at bluemology.com on Instagram. This is more than the movement, it's medicine.
That's right, man. Shout outs to our guests, Jay Sif and Tiffany Jasmine in the building. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to Urban Grind TV and listen to Urban Grind Radio at urbangrindradio.com. Don't forget to stream us every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Every week we're going to have the live going on YouTube and on our Instagram. Don't go nowhere. We got This Week in Hip Hop History coming up.
Hey everybody, I'm Tiffany Jasmine and you're tuning in to Urban Grind Radio.